What's the darkest thing a family member has ever done to you? As soon as my girlfriend and I got married, my mom declared war on her. One time when she came over, there were takeout boxes on our kitchen table, and my mom immediately began her rant about how a real wife should cook from scratch every night. I interrupted her to remind her that she didn't do crap while my dad was earning all the money and taking care of me. At that point, my wife was looking down at the ground with tears in her eyes. Meanwhile, my mom looked like she was ready for war. Well, I didn't care. I kicked her out and let my wife collapse into my arms. Tears were streaming down her beautiful face while she begged me to tell her how to get my mom to like her. She was always looking for the good in people, even if there wasn't any. I kissed her forehead and promised that she was more than enough, no matter what my mother thought. But apparently, this wasn't enough for her, because the next day, I came home to a table full of my wife's home-cooked meals, with my mom sitting in the middle and rating them out of 10. I was about to kick her out again, until my wife pulled me aside. She told me they were actually getting along for once, and my mom had even invited her to a wellness retreat in Mexico. None of it was adding up, and an awful gut feeling washed over me. But my wife swore she could read people well, and apparently it was clear my mom had good intentions. Well, I figured that my mom's ulterior motive was nothing we couldn't work through anyway, so I gave in. And when I did, my wife's smile filled the entire room with light, and I felt like the luckiest man alive. I wish I had known while dropping my wife to the airport that it was the last time I'd ever see her again, because the woman that returned wasn't my wife, for the most part anyway. As soon as I saw her, I ran over to hug her. She just stood there completely still with her eyes completely glossed over. She used to light up when she saw me, as if I was the best part of her day, but now, nothing. I swear I thought she was pranking me, but that's when I saw my mother with a huge smile that filled her entire face, and I instantly knew something was very wrong. And in the car, I tried to ask my wife how the trip was, but she just responded with a one-word good while staring at me blankly. So you can bet your butt that when we got home, I went through my mom's back to look for clues about their retreat. And after spending a few hours doing some research, I almost threw up, because it wasn't even close to a wellness retreat. It was a re-education program for wives. My wife was subject to almost 2 straight weeks of dehydration, starvation, sleep deprivation, and oxygen deprivation, which basically gave her brain a permanent lobotomy effect. I'm usually a pretty calm dude, but for the first time in my life, I was seeing red. My mom's entire life belonged to me. I was her source of income. So I dedicated every hour that week to kicking her to the curb and selling all of my assets, but not before handing her $2,000 worth of the substance she used to be addicted to, and dumping her at O-Block to let karma deal with her. I haven't heard from her since, and I'm honestly hoping she's dead by now, because she'll always be the woman who turned the love of my life into a stranger.